Have you ever found yourself in a constant state of flux, shifting your opinions, your posture, even your very essence to fit into new environments and navigate myriad choices? It's a profoundly human experience, this swirling fog of mental confusion, indecision, and a creeping sense of insecurity. We often feel like we're navigating a labyrinth without a map, constantly adjusting our internal compass. But what if we told you that the answers to understanding this perplexing human dilemma aren't found in complex philosophical texts, but in the most surprising corners of the natural world? What if a seemingly simple creature, a master of disguise, could offer a profound mirror to our own minds? Prepare to embark on a fascinating journey where the remarkable world of the chameleon unlocks deep insights into our own minds, revealing the subtle instincts that drive our inherent need to adapt, and sometimes, to get lost in the vibrant, overwhelming process of change. We've all stood at those daunting crossroads in life, paralyzed not by a lack of options, but by the sheer, overwhelming abundance of them. This is the pervasive ache of indecision, a state where clarity feels like a distant, unreachable shore, and every single choice, no matter how trivial, feels weighted with immense significance. It's not just about what to wear in the morning, it extends to monumental life decisions like embarking on a new career path, navigating the intricate currents of relationships, or even deciding how to spend a quiet, reflective evening. The simplest choices can become Herculean tasks, leaving us feeling adrift and directionless. This internal tug-of-war is profoundly fueled by an underlying insecurity. We are plagued by the fear of making the wrong choice, the anxiety of how our decisions will be perceived by others, or the gnawing worry of missing out on a better alternative. This deep-seated fear of inadequacy can compel us to adopt a kind of emotional camouflage, where we meticulously craft and present a version of ourselves that we believe will be readily accepted, rather than revealing our authentic selves. Consider the university student who reluctantly joins a club they have no genuine interest in, purely for the sake of conforming to social norms and fitting in. Or the seasoned professional who meticulously avoids voicing their true, dissenting opinion in a high-stakes meeting, paralyzed by the fear of judgment or professional repercussions. These are not isolated incidents, they are ubiquitous, everyday examples of how our minds, in their intricate attempt to navigate an increasingly complex and demanding world, can become hopelessly tangled in a suffocating web of uncertainty and self-doubt. This constant negotiation between our genuine desires, our perceived obligations, and the expectations we imagine others hold for us, creates an internal disarray that isn't a mark of weakness. Instead, it's a deeply ingrained, almost primal human response to an overwhelmingly stimulating world, a mental state often accompanied by a profound feeling of being unmoored, unsure of our true direction, and questioning our very identity. Now, let your imagination conjure a creature that not only embodies but thrives on the very concept of adaptation and transformation, the chameleon. This truly fascinating reptile is not merely a master of disguise, it is an artist of seamless integration, celebrated worldwide for its astonishing ability to change the color of its skin with breathtaking speed and precision, allowing it to blend effortlessly into its immediate surroundings. But this remarkable act is far more nuanced than simple camouflage for self-protection. It's a highly sophisticated biological process, influenced by a complex interplay of environmental factors such as light intensity, ambient temperature, and even its intricate emotional state. A chameleon can, for instance, dramatically lighten its skin tone when basking serenely in the warmth of the sun, then almost instantaneously darken it when feeling threatened or agitated, or even burst forth with an explosion of vibrant, intricate patterns to attract a potential mate. Beyond its world-renowned color-changing spectacle, the chameleon boasts an array of other equally remarkable and unique traits. Its eyes, for example, possess the extraordinary ability to move independently, allowing it to simultaneously observe two entirely different points in its field of vision, a testament to its relentless awareness and meticulous assessment of its environment. Its incredibly long, prehensile, and sticky tongue can lash out and snatch unsuspecting prey in mere milliseconds, a swift and decisive action that stands in stark contrast to its often slow, deliberate, almost balletic movements. Chameleons are typically solitary creatures, navigating their arboreal habitats with an almost palpable sense of caution and calculated precision, constantly evaluating their next move with an innate wisdom. Their entire existence is a finely tuned symphony of acute sensitivity to their environment, a perpetual cycle of adjustment and readjustment to external stimuli that dictates their very survival and well-being. They are, in essence, living barometers of their surroundings, perpetually shifting and adapting their form to maintain a delicate state of equilibrium, a testament to their extraordinary capacity for survival through continuous, fluid transformation. The resonant parallels between the chameleon's innate behaviors and our own human experiences of mental confusion, indecision, and insecurity are not just striking, they are profoundly illuminating. Just as the chameleon meticulously changes its vibrant colors to adapt seamlessly to its ever-shifting environment, we, in our profound moments of indecision, often instinctively shift our opinions, subtly alter our preferences, or even radically adjust our core personalities to meticulously blend in with diverse social groups or challenging situations. We become, in essence, emotional chameleons, adopting the colors of those around us not out of any malicious intent or calculated deception, but rather from a deep-seated, almost primal human desire for acceptance and a pervasive fear of standing out or making an unfavorable impression. Consider the individual who presents one carefully curated persona to their family, a distinctly different one to their closest friends, and yet another entirely at their workplace. This isn't necessarily a sign of duplicity or insincerity. More often, it's a direct reflection of their underlying insecurity, an intricate psychological defense mechanism developed to navigate the complex and often contradictory demands of diverse social landscapes. Much like the chameleon meticulously assessing its surroundings with its independently moving eyes, we too are constantly evaluating the social climate, painstakingly trying to determine the right way to be, the correct response to offer. This relentless, almost involuntary adaptation can lead to a profound feeling of losing our own authentic color, leaving us feeling deeply confused about who we truly are amidst all the rapid, chameleon-like shifts. The chameleon's fundamental need to survive by blending in perfectly mirrors our inherent human instinct to seek belonging and acceptance, even if it occasionally means temporarily sacrificing our true selves in the face of overwhelming choices and the immense pressure to conform. This shared pattern of adaptation, rooted in survival, speaks volumes about the powerful forces that shape both animal instinct and human behavior. From a nuanced psychological standpoint, this deeply ingrained human tendency to chameleon ourselves in moments of profound indecision and pervasive insecurity can be directly linked to several core psychological and neurobiological concepts. Our brains are not merely wired for individual survival, they are intricately designed for social acceptance and the profound need for belonging. When we are confronted with uncertainty, particularly within complex social contexts, our amygdala, the primal fear center nestled deep within the brain, can become intensely activated, triggering an automatic and often overwhelming anxiety response. This surge of anxiety, in turn, can manifest as debilitating indecision, as we meticulously attempt to weigh every conceivable outcome, desperately striving to avert any potential negative consequences or, crucially, social rejection. Furthermore, the concept of cognitive dissonance plays a significant and often overlooked role. When our deeply held internal beliefs or genuine desires clash directly with external expectations or pressures, we experience a profound and uncomfortable psychological tension. To alleviate this discomfort, we might unconsciously adjust our behavior, modify our stated opinions, or even subtly alter our internal perceptions, much like a chameleon seamlessly changing its color to reduce any stark contrast with its immediate surroundings. This is not just a coping mechanism, it is a fundamental form of self-preservation, operating both psychologically and socially. From an evolutionary perspective, the ability to blend in and conform was absolutely critical for survival. It minimized threats from predators and maximized opportunities to secure vital resources. While our modern-day threats are rarely as immediate or physical as a lurking predator, the underlying, powerful instinct to conform and adapt, to seek harmony within the group, remains deeply embedded within our psyche. Studies in contemporary social psychology, for instance, powerfully highlight the profound impact of normative social influence, where individuals demonstrably adjust their behaviors, beliefs, and attitudes to align with established group norms, often doing so primarily to avoid social disapproval or ostracism. This subconscious, pervasive drive for social harmony, while undoubtedly beneficial for maintaining group cohesion and stability, can, when taken to an extreme, contribute significantly to the very confusion and insecurity that we are meticulously exploring. It is, in essence, our primal, ancestral need for safety and acceptance manifesting in the intricate and often puzzling tapestry of complex human social behaviors. Let's bring this fascinating concept of human chameleon behavior to life through a few relatable, everyday scenarios. Consider Anna, a bright and eager young professional who has just recently started her dream job at a bustling marketing agency. The energy is infectious, but everyone on her new team seems to have an incredibly strong, often conflicting, opinion about the right way to approach client campaigns. In team meetings, Anna frequently finds herself unconsciously nodding along, agreeing enthusiastically with whoever is currently speaking, even if their ideas directly contradict what was passionately advocated just minutes before. She isn't trying to be deceptive or disingenuous, she's simply overwhelmed by the sheer novelty of her new environment and driven by an intense, almost unconscious desire to fit in, to avoid making any waves or appearing out of step. Like a chameleon newly introduced to a complex, unfamiliar branch, she is instinctively trying on every conceivable color, every opinion, every approach, until she feels a sense of belonging and, crucially, a degree of internal safety. Her shifting affirmations are a quiet testament to her insecurity, a desperate search for the right answer in a sea of ambiguity. Then there's Marcos, a perceptive but deeply introspective teenager grappling with one of the most significant decisions of his young life, choosing a university major. His parents, with their well-intentioned but firm guidance, are subtly nudging him towards a stable career in engineering, while his best friend, a fervent artist, passionately champions the boundless opportunities in creative arts. Marcos himself feels genuinely torn between two entirely disparate fields, both appealing in their own ways. When he engages in conversation with his parents, he eloquently emphasizes the logical precision and promising career prospects of engineering, meticulously detailing its benefits. Yet, when he's with his friend, his eyes light up as he passionately discusses various creative pursuits, sharing his artistic aspirations and dreams. Marcos is not being deliberately dishonest, he is experiencing the dizzying, disorienting confusion of attempting to align himself with wildly different external expectations, fervently hoping to discover a color that satisfies everyone, including the still-forming version of himself, even if he doesn't quite know what that authentic color truly is yet. He is constantly shifting his focus, trying to perceive the world through multiple, often contradictory, lenses, much like a chameleon expertly moving its independent eyes to meticulously gather all possible information before committing to a definitive move. These mini-stories powerfully illustrate how our internal landscape of indecision and insecurity can lead to external displays of remarkably adaptable, though sometimes confusing or seemingly inconsistent, behavior, mirroring the chameleon's intricate dance of survival. Understanding our inner chameleon is not an exercise in self-condemnation or an accusation of weakness for our moments of indecision or insecurity. Quite the opposite, it's an invitation to cultivate profound self-awareness and compassionate understanding. Just as the chameleon's intricate color changes are a natural, instinctual response to its dynamic environment, our own subtle or dramatic shifts in behavior during moments of confusion are often deeply rooted in a very human, almost primal desire for safety, acceptance, and belonging. The profound lesson here isn't to abruptly cease adapting entirely, for adaptation itself is a vital tool for navigating life. Instead, the true challenge and opportunity lie in learning to adapt consciously and intentionally, rather than passively and reactively. What profound wisdom can we truly glean from this mesmerizing creature? Perhaps it's the invaluable importance of slowing down, much like the chameleon's often deliberate and measured movements, to truly assess and understand our own internal landscape, before automatically or instinctively changing our colors to match external pressures. It's about recognizing that while seamlessly blending in might offer a fleeting, superficial sense of comfort, genuine and lasting security originates from deeply knowing and confidently owning our authentic self, our core, inherent color, even if that true hue doesn't perfectly match every single background or expectation. The chameleon serves as a powerful, living reminder that adaptation is a versatile tool, a strategy for survival, but it is emphatically not our fundamental identity. By deeply understanding the innate instincts that often drive our indecision and fuel our insecurity, we can begin to choose our responses with greater intention, allowing our genuine, unvarnished selves to emerge with newfound clarity and unwavering confidence, rather than being perpetually camouflaged and obscured by the relentless dictates of our external environment. It's a profound invitation to pause, to truly reflect, and to ask ourselves the most revealing question: what color am I authentically choosing to be in this moment, and does it truly reflect the vibrant spectrum of who I am? So, the next time you feel inextricably caught in a swirling vortex of choices, lost amidst a sea of possibilities, take a moment to pause and remember the remarkable chameleon. Ask yourself, what powerful, perhaps hidden, instinct is truly driving your innate need to adapt in this moment? And what if, just for a precious moment, you dared to bravely reveal your true, authentic color, even if it feels a little vulnerable, a little exposed, but undeniably, beautifully, your own?